It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here. With me, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Joining us courtside is Allie LaForce. Let's see some of the numbers here for Harrison Barnes.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games, looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line, and it's been fun to watch.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Curry and Pods pairing up in the backcourt. Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. And it's Butler in at the small forward position. And for the Spurs, at the forward slots, it's Vassell and Barnes. Fox at the 1 with Castle at the 2. And it's Wembanyama in at the center position. All right, Grant, when your team is in the second game of a back-to-back, do you play it differently?
You know, it depends on what happened in the first game. Did your starters have to play a lot of minutes? Did you get into double overtime? It just depends, B.A.
Now here's Fox, down low. That's good from Wembanyama on the assist from Fox.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing, dominating on the inside.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Stolen by Castle. And he's all alone. And Fox powers it home.
Well, when you're careless with the ball, that's what happens. It ends up going the other direction.
And there's no defense for that. Live ball turnovers, they are the worst.
Outside Curry. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Fox outside. Pass to Vassell. Wembanyama, screen on Butler. It's stolen by Green. Butler with the ball. He's picked up by Vassell. And it's hammered home by Green.
And I like seeing Green go up for that flush, showing how powerful he can be.
You know, Richard, the Warriors have the 3rd most championships after the Lakers and Celtics.
Yeah, and 2 of those came as the Philadelphia Warriors, though, including the first NBA championship back in '47. And then they had the one with Rick Barry in '75. But most people know about their rings from the last decade or so in this dynasty.
Here's Fox. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. From behind the arc. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And when Fox, he's hitting consistently from deep, it opens up the floor for him and his teammates.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. On the topic of Curry, coach said, it's like playing a game of tag. He continued, we had our wings chase our guards around in practice, and everyone is on notice. We all know how good he can be. The important thing is to not take any plays off. We'll stay sharp, or he'll remind us, that's for sure. Back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now, here's Green. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. To the inside, here's Vassell, and he dunks it down.
And Vassell shows you why you better not disrespect his balance.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. It's a 5-point game. Green, a screen. Curry finds Kuminga. Vassell against Butler. Shot clock at 5. Outside Curry. Fires in the triple.
Simply the greatest shooter we have ever seen. Every time he makes another three-pointer, he's adding to the record.
Now here's Fox. He's got 5. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Fox has got 8.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Butler in his last outing with 12 points. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Fox outside. It in with a nice touch off the window. 10 points for him.
Oh, mercy. De'Aaron Fox with the move and the finish. That's a nice setup.
You know, Richard, one thing you notice about Victor Wembanyama, he is even-keeled.
Yeah, and you don't see him yell. You don't see him criticize. He works on building that team chemistry. I respect the players like that, the calm leadership type.
Curry finds Kuminga. Three-pointer, no good. Spurs lead by 7. Pass to Castle. A minute 22 left in the first quarter here. Vassell outside. Wembanyama, screen on Butler. Here's Vassell. Kicks it out to Barnes. Puts up a 3. Here's Wembanyama. And finally they hit one. Wembanyama's got his second basket of the game.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And going against San Antonio, their first meeting of the year.
And they were the odds-on favorite in this matchup last year, but actually lost the season series.
So San Antonio going with almost an entire new group here. Cornette's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Sohan comes in for Barnes. Johnson, he's checked in for Vassell. And it's Champagnie in for Castle. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Al Horford's checked in for Green. Jackson Davis comes in for Kuminga. Heald's checked in for Podziemski. And Spencer's subbed in for Stephen Curry. Back to Butler. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Hield. And again, no good by Golden State.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
And it's Fox missing.
Even though it didn't go down, they'll take that shot every time.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Butler. To get back on track. He can't hit that time. Johnson with the defensive effort. Here's Champagnie. Now here's Cornette. Fox for 3. That shot off the mark. And so it's De'Aaron Fox making highlights for the San Antonio Spurs. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
Johnson is at the 3 with Sohan down at the 4. Then there's De'Aaron Fox. Then there's Luke Cornette, and it's Champagnie at the 2. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild, but when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up, and still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Moody's checked in for the Warriors. Well, Grant, we know teams are hunting triples like never before. What's the line before you get a little 3 happy, though?
Well, B.A., I don't care how well you're shooting it. If you have an opportunity to get to the rim, you have to take it.
Now here's Hield. Still without a bucket. Horford outside. Off target from 3-point range. San Antonio leading by 10. Champagnie, the pass to Fox. Johnson a screen on Butler. Fox against Butler. Now here's Fox. Not a lot of room. That shot missing. Warriors trail by 10. Butler passes to Hield. Butler with the ball. And he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. Jimmy Butler, so smooth inside.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
For San Antonio, Wembanyama comes in for Cornette, and Castle subbed in for Champagny. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. To the paint. Here's Sohan, and down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
A little raw skill-wise, but Sohan has that rare physical traits and a tremendous upside.
Curry looking it over. Inside. Here's Horford. Over Wembanyama. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender. I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Warriors trail by 12. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, De'Aaron Fox is trying to dial in as a lockdown defender, and he said, I want to be that type of guy. Go out there, guard people, and be someone that people don't want to put into action because you blow actions up. And then, at the end of the day, still being able to get to work on offense. Back over to you guys.
You'd love that mentality. Okay, thanks for the report, Alex.
Yeah, when it comes to his three-point shooting, Johnson is most effective from the corners.
One thing about Keldon Johnson defensively, it's hard to back him down, Richard.
Yeah, he won't block a ton of shots, but he anchors really well against bigger players. That's why teams would rather attack him in space.
On offense, here is San Antonio. They're on a 10-2 run here. Castle outside. Six to shoot. Pass to Fox. Puts it up from 15. And San Antonio getting another bucket right there.
With no time to spare, Fox making it look easy operating under pressure.
Warriors trail by 17. Now here's Curry. He's guarded by Castle. Horford, a screen on Castle. And there's the call on Jeremy Sohan. That's his first foul of the game. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Well, Richard, for this Warriors team, that Steph Curry injury in the playoffs proved huge.
Yeah, Steph is just so important. He strained his hamstring in game one of that second-round series against Minnesota. And once that happened, Golden State really never had a shot in the series. Just shows how valuable he is to the organization.
And the Spurs with some changes. Barnes, he's checked in for Sohan. Champagny comes in for Johnson. And it's Vassell in for Fox. And Golden State also making a switch. Kuminga, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Now here's Horford. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. To the middle. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
A big part of his game offensively. Green fantastic at the pick-and-roll game.
Pass to Champagny. Barnes the screen. Champagny, the pass to Barnes. Here's Wembanyama. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. Wembanyama's got 4 points now in the quarter. Outside Podziemski. And here is Kuminga. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 8 rebounds in the game. Now here's Vassell, defended by Podziemski. Vassell's shot is good.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Castle against Curry. Outside, Green to the inside. Here's Kuminga. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for Champagny. And Golden State also making a switch. Heald's checked in.
Well, Jonathan Kuminga is one of the most exciting young players in the league. He's long, explosive, and right now it's about adding to his game. You give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm. Curry
against Castle. Pass to Green. Over Wembanyama. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. San Antonio on top. They lead by 18. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. Head coach Steve Kerr here with us now. Coach, what do you want to see from this team in the second half?
Well, we got to make some stops and get a little traction in this game. I mean, we fell behind right away, and so let's make a push the first 4 or 5 minutes, get back in the game.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Welcome to the halftime show. And if they're going to turn this around, it's going to be a long road back for Golden State.
I think it's funny watching these guys play defense. This is a circus, and they're getting clowned.
Giving up too many easy looks for sure, but who knows? Maybe after intermission, they'll bring out the Tigers. All right, let's switch it over. See what the fans are posting on social media. We've got one here from NBA Champions 1995. Would you rather play in today's league or your own era? Kenny, you want to start us out?
Ooh, that's a tough, because I do get curious about how my...
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Boy, it's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Warriors trail by 18. Kicking off the second half, here's Steve Kerr's 5. Curry and Pods pairing up in the backcourt. Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. And it's Butler in at the 3. San Antonio with the ball. Well, Richard, Draymond Green credits you for giving him some important advice as a rookie.
I just encouraged him to be himself and told him that he's going to have to live with Texan fines because he is at his best when he is towing that line.
Now here's Fox. Shoots over Curry. Doesn't go that time. Outside Butler. Kuminga with a screen on Vassell. Inside. It's tipped. Stolen by Wembanyama. Castle on the wing. Butler covering. Pass to Wembanyama. Shoots over Curry. And the 7-footer falls. Wembanyama's got 10 points in the game.
And once he gets deep enough positioning, there's not much you can do to stop Wemby.
Back to Curry. Five to shoot. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. 5 points in the game.
The better shooter you are, the quicker you become. Curry makes it so hard to guard him in these little moments, he slips past the defense.
Now here's Vassell, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. Nice shot by Wembanyama.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. One of the skilled slow-down finishers. That's Harrison Barnes.
Oh, you've seen it out on the break, full speed, then suddenly that half-speed deceleration layup. That's a signature play from HB. The defense flies by, and he usually banks one in.
And a chance to see the rookie leaderboard in the steals department. Stephon Castle, number 1.
And the level of activity he brings to the defensive end is special. For a rookie to be this dialed in and grabbing this many steals, it's really impressive.
Butler against Vassell. Pass to Pajimski. And here is Green. The three from Curry. Sinks it from distance. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Such a quick release. As soon as the ball touches his hands, it's gone.
Outside Barnes. Over to the wing. Wembanyama, pass to Barnes. Green with the defensive effort.
Great anticipation defensively. They were keyed in on him and ready to pounce.
Outside Curry. Back to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Curry. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Castle outside. Down low. Kicks it out to Barnes. Buries it from 3. Barnes has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, BA. The NBA has style. Commissioner Adam Silver said this is a unique league. It's also a lifestyle brand. There's a strong association with music, fashion, culture, and also art. And the way to grow the sport is to appeal beyond those who are hardcore basketball fans. That's where our success has come. Guys?
Yeah, but we sure love those die-hard fans. Thank you, Allie. For San Antonio, Sohan's checked in for Barnes, and Keldon Johnson subbed in for Vassell. Al Horford's checked in for the Warriors. Out to the wing. Castle against Curry. Going inside, and the layup is good off the glass. 10 points for Stephen Curry.
That's where Curry will cross you up. If you play him to shoot, he just drives it.
Sohan outside. Wembanyama, screen on Green. Outside Wembanyama, the 3! And San Antonio hits again from deep.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Champagny, he's checked in for San Antonio. McLaughlin comes in for Castle. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Jackson Davis is checked in for Green. Payton comes in for Jimmy Butler. Heald's checked in for Pajimski. And Spencer's subbed in for Stephen Curry. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Santos is checked in for the Warriors. Here's Santos. And a miss there on the triple.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Pass to McLaughlin. San Antonio moving the ball around. And there's Wembanyama. That's good on the assist by Johnson.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3 ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Now here's Hield. No made baskets yet. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Sohan outside. Pass to Johnson. Wembanyama screen. Just 5 on the clock. The shot by Johnson, no good. Golden State has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Here's Hield. Jackson Davis' screen. The 3 ball. Offensive rebound. And so the San Antonio Spurs, with plenty of breathing room, 23 points to end the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Back to the game after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Johnson is at the 3 with Sohan down at the 4. Then there's Luke Cornett. Then there's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Champagnie at the shooting guard position. That's who's in the game for the Spurs.
I like watching Fox orchestrate these sets because he lets the play develop naturally, then takes what he sees.
And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Well, a multi-sport survey showed that among respondents, the average age of referees in the U.S. was almost 57. Is that a concern, you think?
Well, we've seen that in the NBA. Older officials retiring and becoming teachers, and the younger generation coming in, still cutting their teeth. Ultimately, they've got to continue to learn and build, and that takes time.
And the Spurs making a change here. Waters checked in. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And following that, the number of second chance buckets they've tallied has been superb, showing no mercy in hitting the offensive glass.
Here's Waters. San Antonio needs to get off a shot. Off the mark there with a 3. And it's Butler with the ball for the Warriors. Rebounded by Champagnie.
Aggressive move. I know he wishes he had that one back.
Johnson passes to Champagnie. Sohan, left side. Jackson Davis grabs the miss.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
And count it! The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
When you talk wings, Butler is a top-notch passer. He has a great understanding of the game.
Ingram's checked in for San Antonio. Curry, he's checked in for the Warriors. And Grant, the NBA has made it clear it's an 82-game league with its participation policy levying fines for teams resting star players.
Yeah, B.A. But, at the same time, we've seen some, advocating for reducing the number of games, like Warriors coach Steve Kerr. They're arguing for quality over quantity. We'll see how it plays out.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Covered by Ingram. Outside Curry. Outside Butler. Fires for 3. Johnson with the defensive effort.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
Here's Champagnie. He's covered by Curry. Here's Johnson. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. The Warriors have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the 4th. 2 for 4 now. And Horford powers it home.
This is where Horford's agility comes into play. He finds the lane and takes it all the way.
Here's Champagnie. Pass to Ingram. And the Warriors pushing it up now for the finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, they're on the right path now, but still in a pretty big hole.
But this is a game again, and the other side has to be feeling a little bit nervous with how quickly that lead vaporized.
Timeout called. Mitch Johnson. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. So San Antonio ends up going with a new group. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Fox outside. Misses the layup. Here's Golden State. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Green with a screen on Castle. Curry. Oh, missed on the tray. San Antonio leading by 18. Fox right side. Barnes outside. Here's Castle. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Vassell. Fox deciding where to go with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 17-footer. Oh, he gets it to go. 7 of 13 now.
And Fox can hurt you from there, especially when he's shooting with confidence.
Green with a screen on Fox. Curry passes to Green. The triple drop.
If you give him that kind of separation, oh, he's going to take full advantage.
And Fox has got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. They lead by 17. Here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Outside Pajemski. Back to Curry. And Richard, for those vets who haven't won a ring yet, how hard is it to take less money to join a contender?
It is not hard, and contenders typically count on that, because once you've made the money, if you've made it that far in your career, if there's one thing left that you want to accomplish, that's win a ring.
They grab their own miss. Vassell passes to Fox. He buries it from 3.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Spurs.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And they earned win number 9. Each win so important in this league.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And what a huge performance it was for Victor Wembanyama.
I think his biggest contribution may have been on the boards. He kept plays alive and denied second chances.
A line change here for San Antonio and a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Al Horford's checked in for Green. Jackson Davis comes in for Kuminga. Heald's checked in for Pajemski. And Spencer's subbed in for Curry. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Champagnie. Over Hield. Champagnie shot is off. Here's Spencer. Outside for Butler. Here's Spencer. Back to Butler. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.